I'm Sam Sutherland, a former music journalist, and, I'm going to stop saying failed TV personality because enough people have given me shit for it, and I'll just say, lover of jams. And End Hits is my weekly video where I talk about the best songs that I heard this week. They might not be super new, but they are relatively new to me, and maybe they're going to be relatively new to you, and we can just all be pumped up together. No order, no genre. Let's go. Jeremy by Muncie Girls succeeds in a way that very few songs like this can succeed, where it is so angry. Like angry the way that Rage Against the Machine feels angry, and then slow and melodic the way that like perfect college indie rock from the 90s, like that you dream of in like a Richard Linklater movie that doesn't exist, can be. And it's so hard to nail those two things so perfectly, and this song does it, and it's a goddamn gift. Somehow existing in a world between catchy and playful and caustic and vitriolic, Muncie Girls, and in particular with the song Jeremy and the directness of it and the intimacy of this song, it's just so good. It's just so good. This is the sort of music that I have no problem recommending to people who exclusively listened to, 90s slacker rock, exclusively listened to emo revival, exclusively listened to radio rock in the early 2000s, exclusively listened to good tunes. It's so good. I've listened to this song like 100 times today. So, forgive me for the link is in the description. Only Ego by Palm is a truly successful mixture of a really like strong black metal opening into a super thrashy, very Slayer-esque breakdown. This is a Japanese band, which is sick. That's apparently the theme this week. And it's lo-fi in all the right ways. It feels super authentic, super immediate, and it just blasts out and fucks you up. I'm whispering because like people are starting to get home around me, and I just feel bad if there's like kids around, and I'm like, this Japanese black metal's gonna fuck you up, man. Finders Keepers by Shortly sounds an awful lot like Never Meant by American Football. And you know what? That's fine, because Never Meant is literally one of the greatest songs ever written. This utilizes the same kind of, repetitive and dreamy but cutting guitar technique and a super like that kind of drumming. I mean, if you like Never Meant, you should just listen to this. Unlike American Football, Shortly have a female lead singer, and therefore the sound is just a little bit dreamier. Not that all female vocals are dreamy. I don't believe that would be a profoundly sexist statement, but in this case, they are. And it's really good, and I like the song, and I'm not sexist. Idols is one of those bands that a lot of people that don't like punk told me I should listen to, and whenever that happens, I ignore it, and I never listen to the band. It was one of the reasons why it took me so long to get into beach slang, because I was like, I don't care. You've never listened to like a punk band. You don't know any. And then you're like, oh, beach slang is like the greatest band. So Idols, it turns out, are, if not the greatest band, a truly great band and deserving of praise outside of the insular circles of punk. Colossus is the first track on Joy as a Means of Resistance, and there's a reason why this opens the record. Fully captures what they do well, fully captures their politics, fully captures the energy, the creativity, and the immediacy of what this band has to offer. And, if you need someone who is a punk to tell you to listen to it, listen to it. Graven from Ostraca transports me back to a different time in my life. There are 30 helicopters overhead. Graven by Ostraca transports me to a different time in my life. I'm like in grade 10, I'm just discovering Screamo, I'm like, this is the best music in the world. I go to my first basement show, I'm like, I want to be buried here. And then I wrote 100 songs about that in my band, except my band was not a grindcore band. Is not a grindcore band. Present tense, going to Europe. Ostraca perfectly capture the lo-fi energy of what I loved about early Screamo. This is not Scrams. This is not some like contemporary trendy version of a thing that I used to love. This feels like an authentic document plucked from the past and feels like a thing that I've always loved. And so I do love it always. What's the best thing that you heard this week? Let me know on Twitter. What's the order that I do this in? In the description. In the comments, on Twitter, or at the bar. The description is where you can find links to all of these songs, including an Apple Music playlist of everything that's been talked about so far here and in the newsletters that predated this video. The links are always in the description. So, go and like find your own wormholes and follow things out for yourself, and then tell me what you find. Be excellent to each other. And stay high.